Hi everyone, I'm Neil and this is Thomas from neilpois.com. Today we're starting our new series reviewing the songs selected for Eurovision 2024. First of all, we're going to start with the winners of this weekend's Super Saturday, which thanks to Ukraine is heading into a Super Sunday also. The first act to qualify on Saturday was Gåte, who will represent Norway at Eurovision with their song Ulveham. So let's take a look at the performance that got them the crown.
That's a stunning visual immediately.
The crowd is just going wild already. I love it.
Yeah. I also like that it's in Norwegian though. Like that's a huge plus.
Yeah, I don't like those video overlays. They take me out of it a little bit.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because the staging in itself is cool enough. The lasers and stuff.
Yeah. Like they managed to make it feel like a huge performance, especially in the first semi-final when it was just a very small studio. It felt huge. Oh, I love this. Yeah, who made this choice?
It sort of pulls you out of the performance a little bit.
So she's spinning during the whole song as well as turning while spinning. That's quite something, isn't it? I would fall.
It makes for a cool effect though. On point.
Some guitar tricks. Why not? You're not allowed to play live, so you might as well do some tricks.
So though.
I've got goosebumps actually. This is really so good. Okay, so Thomas, initially you weren't a great fan of this song when we first listened to it. Has that opinion changed at all?
Yeah, let's just say that we did actually watch the music video the first time round when I think we watched the music video, didn't we?
There wasn't a music video. It was just
it was just
audio.
a song. Yeah. So you basically just had the audio that we reacted to. I didn't vibe with it then. I didn't click with it. It just, and I think I said back then, like on paper, it's everything that I want from a Eurovision song, but somehow I'm not feeling it. I was actually out last night, so I didn't get to watch MGP. So this is actually the first time I've seen the live performance in full, and I have to say it looks like a winner. It looks like a winner performance. So visually, this is on point. Like I said, I do sort of don't really like the on-screen visuals that sort of pop up every now and then. It sort of pulls me out. But otherwise, the light show, the staging in itself, it's insane. It looks very good. She sounds incredible. I'm still not 100% sold on the song. I think it'll grow on me. It's definitely gotten a lot better seeing the live performance. And I do feel like Norway might actually have a contender for this year's Eurovision Song Contest. I feel like out of the songs that we have so far, having a staging concept already, because they can pretty much copy paste what they did here in MGP and just do the same thing in Malmö. It just looks like a winner. It looks like a winner. And I'm sure like when you're in that hall watching that, it just blows your mind. So yeah, my opinion has changed. I'm not 100% sold yet, but I can definitely see the potential in this one.
Yeah, no, I think it did take a little bit of time to grow, but I did like the original audio that we listened to. But this performance is just, it is really something. I think when you come to rock music, especially when you're putting in traditional elements into it like this is, it's just important to make it feel authentic and feel like you're at a concert, and that's what that felt like. Like, you know, it didn't feel like a show for TV. It didn't feel like a show for, you know, some sort of cheap entertainment purpose. It felt like you're, for those 3 minutes, you're at a Gåte concert. The lights, the staging. Again, we've said this. Please take the videos out. They really, especially the ones after the chorus before the verses, they really take me out of the performance. The performance is such a real connection with the audience, even through the screen. And the lead singer has such a connection, such presence, and you get this full screen of a wave crashing, and it just really brings you straight out of it and reminds you you're watching TV. I don't like that. I want to be in the performance. I think if you're going to do any sort of video overlays, they should be purposeful and for a reason that elevates the performance, and this just sort of detracted from it. But that's my only complaint about this performance. I think it's absolutely fantastic. We do have a little bit of controversy because this is the first year that Norway have used a non-50-50 vote. So they won by 6 points over Kino, who won the international jury. If it had been 50-50, Kino would have won by approximately 6 points. Now, we all know that Norway are the ones who want more power to the public. Do we think this is the right way to go?
I think so, yeah. I mean, the juries are there for a reason. There's been lots of debate at Eurovision as well, like, should the juries go, should they not go? And the thing is, you're never going to be 100% happy with either the jury vote or the televote result. There's going to be some songs that you really love that get tanked by the juries, and others that you really love that get tanked by the public. It's just the way that it is. I do feel like there could be a conversation about how much power the jury should have. I feel like this 60-40 split that they just did in MGP might actually be a good thing. At the end of the day, it was a close call, but the public's favorite won. And Kino, who is actually also a public favorite, I don't know how well they did in the televote. Like I said, I wasn't watching MGP. I'm guessing they probably did well in the televote as well. But at the end of the day, they could have been lower in the ranking if it had been a 50 or if it had been just televote, and maybe the juries managed to get them to a second place. So it's not always a bad thing. So I quite like this this way of doing the voting. I think it would be a good idea for Eurovision as well. I don't know exactly how they would implement that, you know, when it comes to handing out points. Like how do you calculate that? I have no idea. But there's definitely something to be said about, you know, a 5-head jury per country having as much say in the final results than, or like as millions of people watching all across Europe and beyond. Like, it doesn't actually seem 100% fair. Especially last year, you know, with the whole Kärja versus Loreen thing. It's not that Kärja did bad in the juries. He still came like 4th or 5th with the juries, which is still pretty high. But the difference in the amount of points between him and Loreen was just so insanely big that even though he won the televote so massively, he still came second. And I kind of get like, I love both Loreen and Karia, so I'm really happy with Loreen winning. I'm happy that, we're going back to Sweden. Let's just make that clear. But I do get that some fans are pissed off about the fact that a public winner who won the public vote so massively still didn't get to win Eurovision. That sort of creates a little friction in the fandom, and I can get why.
Yeah, I think when it comes to friction, there's a lot of strong opinion, as we know, when it comes to everything within the fandom. I don't disagree with anything that you've said. I don't think there's a right way forward, because you can make this change like the one we've suggested there with the 60-40. It might not change anything. It might change something. But at the end of the day, someone's still going to be upset. No one's going to be kept happy with any decision that is made. So I think, for the time being, I think the status quo is working. It might not be perfect, but I think what makes it worse is the reactions of some fans who take things very, very seriously. At the end of the day, for me at least, this is a song contest. This is something that is fun. I get to see different people's artistry, what different people think is representing their culture. I love that. That's what I want to celebrate. This is why United by Music's being a permanent strapline works for me, because that is what I take from Eurovision. So, yeah, I think we all just need to remember to stay calm and just enjoy the fun of it. I think there was a lot of people yesterday. We'll come on to it in another video when it comes to Spain and Malta. There's a lot of people getting really frustrated with some of the voting that was going on and how it was affecting their favourites. And it just seems very unfortunate that that's the sort of situation we're in, that no matter what you do, no one's going to be happy. Not everyone's going to be happy. We need to remember that.
Exactly. And also, I feel like let's not pretend as if whoever comes second or third at Eurovision in this day and age, doesn't have a shot at having a career. We see Karia, we see Joker Out, we see all the, even Alessandra, we see all of them touring Europe as we speak. So even if they didn't win, they're still having this huge career. And okay, they might not have radio hit after radio hit after radio hit throughout Europe, but they are selling out, halls in every single country. So, and I feel like that's the point of Eurovision. That's just, you want to get to know new music. You want to get to know artists that you probably would never have heard of if it wasn't for Eurovision. And, some of your favorites might not have won the contest, but they're still coming to your country because of Eurovision. And that's the beauty of it. So I 100% agree. You're never going to please everyone. I'm just saying that I get where some of the frustration comes from. It doesn't make 100% sense that 200 people around Europe who are in these juries have as much say in the result as millions of people voting. That's all I'm saying. There is a conversation there that we could be having. But by no means should we get rid of the juries, because Gustav would not have come seventh last year if it
all comes back to Gustav.
Yeah, it does. It does. I mean, we at the Euro fandom loved him and we voted for him, but at the end of the day, he got 54 televote points, which is not a lot. So he got there in that top 10 because of the jury. So I'm very thankful for them.
Yeah, no, I do agree. Okay, so overall, how do we think Gåte will perform when it comes to Malmö?
I genuinely think this could be top 5. This could be top 5. With that performance, the performance is what sells it. For me personally, as someone who doesn't exactly 100% enjoy the studio cut, the performance is insanely good. It is so good. It's ready to go, and I think both juries and televote are going to love this. I could see this being top 5. Depending on what songs we get from the other countries, like I said, it sounds like a winner performance, so I wouldn't actually 100% rule them out as a contender either. Norway wants to win.
Yeah, and it wouldn't be their first time in the top 5 recently. Obviously, Alessandra came 4th last year. So, maybe they want to even improve on that and get into that top 3, if not win the whole thing. And it's possible. That's one of the things we have to say. Obviously, we don't know half the songs that are coming, but it is possible that I know the fandom is in a bubble, and it may not resonate the same way with casual voters or casual viewers of Eurovision. But I think it is possible that this could do extremely well at Eurovision and could possibly be on a winning course.
Yeah. Also, let's not rule out the fact that we sometimes say the Euro fandom is just a small proportion of the people voting. But at the end of the day, I also think there might be 200 million people watching Eurovision, but there's not 200 million people voting.
Mm-hmm.
Of all the friends that I have who watch Eurovision, none of them ever vote. I feel like the Euro fandom actually does have quite a bit of power when it comes to the voting. Maybe not as much as I hope, but there is a certain percentage of the people voting that are Euro fans. So I wouldn't rule out a victory for Norway.
No, and I think it would be very exciting if Norway did whether we got to go visit. It would be the first time Norway's won since Alexandra Rybak in 2009.
2009, yeah.
So
it's been a while.
It has been a while. Maybe they really want that back. So let's see if we end up going to Oslo in 2025 or insert other Norwegian city here. We'll be back. I think we have Spain, Malta, and at the time of recording, we're still waiting for Ukraine's results. But we will be up to date. You can follow us. We'll be all over the social medias. So it's niallpois.com for the website, and Instagram and Twitter are Niall Pois blogs. You can follow me at Niall Pois on Twitter and Instagram.
And you can follow me on @paidatomrehuja on Instagram and Twitter.
And if you're wondering why we haven't been promoting that in the last couple of videos, it's because Thomas changed his username. But we'll be back.
I'm a Finland stan.
You are a Finland stan, and all of the UMK videos are now released, so you can go and catch them on the channel. Please do share, like, subscribe, comment. Let us know what you're thinking, and if you agree with us. But we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.